with state coming up in Wisconsin and happening in a bunch of other states for wrestling right now, thought I'd talk about my experience at the state tournament, specifically my first year. In Wisconsin, I was a state runner-up my freshman year of high school, and then later on, I never ever got back to the finals, which really sucks. But that's a whole different story. I want to talk about just specifically my freshman year. I obviously worked pretty hard. I was always a hard-working wrestler and stuff like that, and I wrestled really hard my freshman year. But the biggest thing for me was I didn't think that I was probably going to make the state finals. And so if you're sitting in that spot right now, this video could be for you because I believed in myself, right? And I knew like I could do it, but I didn't think I was that good at wrestling yet. And so those two, were a battle in my mind back and forth leading up to the state tournament. Is I believed in myself and I knew like, this is something I wanted to do and I believed I could do it, but at the same time, I didn't think I was a good enough wrestler. My brother actually made the state finals that same year. He won it. I lost, which was pretty cool. One of our goals every single year that we wrestled together was to win state together. We did it in youth. No, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying like we did do that in youth. So we thought how cool it would be if we did it in high school as well. I unfortunately came up short, thanks to Jeremy Schoner, who became a 4-time state champion. Unfortunately, I let him beat me twice at state where I could have stopped him. No, I'm happy for Jeremy. He's a good buddy of mine. But yeah, it was a moment where you're proud of what you did, but you're not happy about it at all. And it takes some time to kind of reflect and, be okay with that. It still hurts. But it's not something that I look back on and regret anything. It's just something that I look back on and take lessons from. And I would say the biggest lesson looking back on it and taking a lesson from was we leave state or whatever. I'm all bummed out, get my medal. I wasn't smiling or nothing like that. And we get back into town, and the only thing that's open in our entire town is Taco Bell. And I remember going to Taco Bell and just eating Taco Bell at like, I don't know, whatever it was, midnight, whenever we got home. And just laughing with my brother and one of our friends and having a good time. And, looking back on it, it wasn't that big of a deal. It really wasn't. I mean, obviously, would I have liked a state title? Yes. Would I have liked to win it that year? I'm sure I would have. I know I would have. But it's like at the same time, life goes on. I continued wrestling for the next 8 years competitively, and now I coach and still love wrestling. And so it's like, it really didn't mean that much in the grand scheme of things. Life is going to go on. And so, why am I telling you this? Well, coming into this state tournament, it's just like, go see what you can prove, right? Go see what you can do. It's not, if you're ranked number one, it's not about hanging on to that number one status. And if you're the last guy in the bracket, ranked last, it's not about, living up to, it's not about, oh, like, could I place or something? Just go wrestle and see what you can do. At the end of the day, life's going to go on. You're going to still be living. You're going to go to school the next day. Everything's going to happen the same as it would have happened, whether you win a state title or you don't win a state title. You're still going to show up at wrestling practice the next day. You're still going to do freestyle, and it's not going to matter a whole ton. And so it's like, while it's really important in the moment, and I understand that, and you work really hard at it, and so it might be weird for someone saying that it doesn't matter right now. It does matter. Like, I want you all to win state titles. I wanted to win a state title. I still wish I would have won a state title. But the biggest thing I want to get across is life goes on. It's not the end of the world. You're going to be able to wrestle still if you want to. You're going to be able to do whatever you want in the future. No one's holding a gun to your head saying you have to win a state title, otherwise you're going to die. And so let that free you as you go into these weeks of competition, and just don't put so much pressure on yourself. Everyone puts all this pressure on these weekends, and yes, it is time where it's like all of our work is coming to fruition and we want to do well. But at the same time, life goes on. There's other important things. I just wanted to let you know that like it's going to be fine regardless of how you do. Hopefully you do well. I hope you do. Hope this video helped a little bit. Good luck.